No.
Now listen, Steph Curry is great. One of the greatest ever. But there's a big difference between a floater right hand and a floater left hand.
There's no doubt. That's why I told you.
That's all I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
So I was going to bring up. You know,
he's one of a kind, just like Jordan was, Kareem.
A lot of times I take the heat for what I deem fair criticism of Steph Curry. I think I'm able to look at him very objectively. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I don't think there's any doubt about that. There are a lot of Warrior fans that think he is the greatest of all time, though. Evan, I'm going to need you here, I think, because I can't see it. Which one is
What's up?
The Kerr. Where's that Kerr sound?
1 second.
Can you play that? You know, Steve
Where are your
Kerr,
readers at?
It's not a reader issue. It's a...
Yeah, no, I set the tone in the morning, 5 a.m. for the pregame show. So I set up the board in the morning. And for the pregame show, I didn't talk a lick of Warriors, so I deleted all Steve Kerr.
You didn't play this Steve Kerr quote?
I was locked into the biggest game of the weekend, 49ers and Jaguars at 5 a.m.
Oh, fair enough. But
it was pretty incendiary, though.
Listen, I can't wait to hear Warrior fans say, I
haven't heard it.
Yeah, well, you're going to hear it right now.
So, first of all, from Willard and Dibs yesterday, they have head coach Steve Kerr on every single week, and check that on the Odyssey app. But, Goo, stick through the quote, because there's something in here that I thought was very interesting, brought it up to Steiny, and I think you're going to, it might rub you the wrong way.
I listened to I thought the whole interview, I didn't, I guess.
Oh, you did, and you didn't hear it.
Go ahead.
He was great. You know, one of the things
Trace Jackson Davis
saw with Trace right away this past summer is how advanced he was in terms of his footwork and his feel for the game. This is a guy who played 125 college games, so he actually has more experience than Moses and Kuminga. So when you look at it that way, not to mention 4 years of college practices, those guys practice 4 or 5 days a week. The body of experience and fundamentals and foundation is all there for Trace. And so we pictured him playing at key times this year. And, as soon as we knew Draymond was out last night, it was an automatic. We plugged Trace in and felt very confident, even if he had to go against the best player in the world.
Wow. Boy. I have nothing to say.
How pissed is Steph?
Oh, no. I mean,
what do you mean, nah?
Steiny, they're built differently. That's like comparing a Ferrari.
Right, Jokic is better.
Jokic is better.
Yeah, he's better.
And he's probably more dominant.
The head coach of the Warriors just said it. Jokic is better.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say Curry stinks.
Well, he was just throwing a bone to Jokic. He's a bad dude, man.
So he didn't mean it.
No,
was he telling the truth or was he lying?
He's probably the best big man. That's
no, he didn't. He said player.
Yeah, but I take it as
on
big.
The planet. Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Game on the line. Who do you want with the rock? Jokic or Steph?
Let me ask you this.
I want Steph.
You're starting a team. Who do you want, Jokic or Steph?
Oh, well, right now, Jokic.
Yeah, exactly.
The birth certificate.
Yeah, thank you.
Steph would tell you the same thing.
Exactly. Because Steph knows his own limitations, too. All right, that didn't work.
Oh, you thought? Oh, it was a great interview.
Well, no, so you're calling Steve Kerr a liar.
This bothers him so much because he can't wrap his head around
compartmentalize. You can give somebody Halle Berry's beautiful. It doesn't make Beyonce any less beautiful.
Right, but Beyonce's better
They're
looking.
both beautiful.
Yeah, but one's more beautiful.
Yeah, but
and you know who's the ugly duckling? Steph Curry.
The reason Jokic came up, guys, was because he was talking about Jackson Davis and who he had to go up against. Now, if he was in the mall and he just came out of nowhere and said the best player in the world is Jokic.
Who's the best player in the world?
Giannis. I believe right now, Giannis. I fought you on that, Steiny. I would take
Jokic right now.
Right over Giannis.
If you say Steiny can have any player on the planet, I would take Jokic. I love Giannis, but Jokic is more of a basketball player.
I'll give you that. But you guys tell me how
I'm
much.
I'm not going to.
Giannis is a better defender, though. I will give.
Yeah, for sure.
And what do you give for the guy that Giannis can get the ball right when it's inbounded, and he can go do whatever he wants to do? I just feel like big men sometimes are held hostage. And I mean, again, he's got Jamal Murray, great, but Evan, he's held hostage by others getting him the rock in the right position too.
So for the full 48, Giannis he probably impacts the game as much as Jokic or even maybe Steph. But in the final 5 minutes, I would rather have guys that can make free throws, guys that can create.
Yeah, I'm mad
and
at
Giannis
that.
seems to struggle in close games in those situations, unlike Jokic along with Steph.
And they got the same amount of rings. Jokic got one, Giannis got one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Boy, what would that finals
Are you mad
look
at
like?
Are you mad at Steve Kerr?
No, Kerr's
When he
doing-
does stuff like that, do you get mad at
No,
him?
stop. I don't know what stuff is like. He was speaking his truth. And Jokic came up because of Jackson Davis.
So the
who
next time
every
somebody
Warrior fan is high on.
and you know what? Okay.
We wanted Wiseman. It didn't work out. But there may be a big in town that didn't come with all the hoopla. We may have something. And we ain't asking for much.
All right, let's do this. When you say we may have something, what does that mean?
A low post presence where a guy can go up and get his shot and is comfortable with his back to the basket and getting the pass and having strong hands and going up. That's all.
I don't think he's a post-up guy. I think he's an alley. I think he's a, what do they call it, a reductian guy. What do they call it? What's that stupid name they say? The drop guy, the center that they throw the alley-oop to. I can't believe I can't even
Dunker
remember.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can do that. I don't know if he's a post.
Oh, I like what I see. Do you didn't see him at Indiana? He could do a little bit off.
Why would I watch him at Indiana?
Well, you bet on the game, baby.
College basketball?
Some people
Never.
I know. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Steiny, he looked fundamentally sound. I like him. Well, Megan Good is beautiful too. I know.
Wait, so but it sounds like you don't think Steph Curry's the best player, Go. So even though Kerr was talking about Jokic, like you don't even have Steph as number 2.
No, I'm telling you, Steph is a top 5 player currently to me in the NBA.
That's pretty sick.
5th?
And I use both sides of the basketball.
Oh,
and that's
boy,
why
that's got to hurt Steph.
That's why Jordan and Kobe are my top 2.
Kobe.
Yep. And
Kobe.
Giannis is
be careful.
Yeah, Giannis is off the chain on both sides. So is Jokic.
Right. I didn't know. He's giving us a scouting report on everybody. Here's something.
I don't like Evan trying to get.
I do.
That's my guy.
Trying to figure out
But
the
he
top five.
knows. He sees.
If I
through.
need a bucket, it ain't Giannis.
Well, it ain't Curry.
Oh, it is. That's where you're wrong. I'm gonna just say
Yeah,
this.
hey, they had that last shot the other night.
How come they had the
There's
last
so
shot?
much.
This is what Goo does a lot. Well, he didn't make it last night.
There's so much that I didn't share about our conversation in the street, but I don't think Curry is getting enough credit for finishing at the rim.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
way
like
that
he
he's
did it.
added that
Oh,
to
my
his
God.
repertoire.
I tell you
I'ma
what,
just
Goo.
leave- it's real.
You-
It's on display.
I tell you what, Goo.
and he hit a game winner last
Yeah,
Friday.
okay.
But I'm just saying,
Okay, I'll tell
the
you what,
guy's
Goo.
added to his
I'll tell you
game.
what
That's
we'll do.
all I'm gonna say.
I wanted to do this the other day, but we can do it now.
Yeah.
It's 12:10. Why don't you just ask for some calls about how great Steph Curry is?
I would never.
We'll have a little tribute to Steph Curry, and he's the greatest player of all time.
That's weak sauce.
You can do that till 12:30.
What you're doing is
talk about his right and left. I'll catch you later.
All right. You know what? Come on, Evan. Hey, no, but come on. I'm just telling you. I've been telling you this. It was Kyrie for the longest, but Steph has bridged that gap to where I ain't going to say he's better than Kyrie.
Who?
But he's added.
Who's
Steph,
not better than Kyrie?
finishing at the rim. Steph, when the 16 finals, Kyrie was the best at doing that. Steph has caught him. I'll say that. He has caught him. And his all-around game, he's more lethal. We know that.
No, we don't. I'm
I'm
not
for that.
giving Steph as a better finisher at the rim than Kyrie. If you're
I'll
going to
stop.
limit
All
it
right,
to that,
I'll stop.
then
there.
I'm going to.
But the gap was wider, Steiny. Steph has worked on that. It's all that
Oh,
I'm
Kyrie's
saying.
just let it go.
No, he's the master at it. He's a black belt. Steph was a yellow belt. Now I think he's a black belt.
You think Kerr was doing a little Zen master there, Phil Jackson, trying to get into Curry's head? Like,
don't
yeah, Jokic is the best in the league.
No.
A little shot at his own, just trying to motivate him a little bit more.
I think it's Guru would say that's Steve Kerr's truth, and he's speaking it.
Like Spadoni, I don't think Kerr needs to do that to fire up Curry.
Didn't need to do it in the first place.
What?
I'm saying, but he did. He called Jokic the best player in the world.
I didn't do it, Goo. I didn't do it. The head coach
I'm
of the Golden State
uncomfortable when
Warriors
you guys
did.
do me. Like, he was brought up because it was about TJD. That's how Jokic's name came up. So you think Curry heard that in his feelings?
He hears everything. I thought, right? Doesn't he hear everything?
I'm going to give you a 5.
Or do you think, to take it another bridge, you think he was trying to prop up Draymond Green by saying, well, we're missing the defensive player who's got to guard the best player in the world, so Trae's going to have a tough time tonight.
I like that.
Yeah.
Trying to get Draymond back in the court?
By the way,
he should be there
did you get to the bottom of the personal reasons?
No, I emailed Brownie, nothing back yet. Brownie's been doing a lot. He's on the road.
Give me one thing he's been doing.
TV, The Shop for HBO.
Possibly.
I don't watch that show.
And he's introducing, they got this rap is 50 years
Oscars?
old, hip-hop is 50. He's been bringing out the MCs and shows. Your boy's
Where?
busy. New York. He's everywhere.
Man.
He ain't staying at the Howard Johnson's either. He's in the penthouse.
Jesse's in Rohnert Park. Jesse's
girl.
I'll always bring fresh flowers to you. And Jesse, Carly Simon, get to know her. What's up, Jess?
I'll never find another woman like that. Who is that number
That's Lou
21
Rawls.
for the Nugget?
What's that? One more time.
Who is that number one to sing again or? No, not sing. Who,
Rick Springfield.
Who is that number 21 who is D'ing up Wiggins for the Nuggets? And he looked like he could have been working the checkout stand at the grocery store or OGBYN. He should have been smelling the bottom of Wiggins' sneakers when he was getting dunked on. Like, what happened to Wiggins? Did he get his chakra stolen? Did he get abducted by aliens? He's a different man. What happened to him? What happened? We need to conspiracy theorize. It's okay.
I agree.
Dramatic change. He's a different man.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Guru, what comes over a man like Andrew Wiggins when his play slips like it does?
I don't think it's slipped. I think it's mental. And he floats.
Okay.
And right now
his play has slipped, Guru.
Oh, there's no doubt
okay.
about it. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about his play.
His skills have not eroded.
Well,
it's mental. And we need to get to the bottom of what has him to where he's just pedestrian.
But that's personal reasons. And you're always
that's the media's job.
Ask.
The guys that cover the team.
Oh, you're not?
Stick a microphone in his face
and
ask him. That's what needs to happen. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? We need to know.
It's the same guy wants hard-hitting questions.
Hey,
Jordan Poole, I really like your hair.
I can tell you what, I will not be the person
around.
to ask Wiggins that question.
Somebody's going to ask it.
Hey, well, what do you want to ask him? And I'll tell you the professional way to do it.
Are you happy with your play? Because a lot of people think something's going on off the court, Andrew, that has you preoccupied.
That's too long. It's too long.
That's why I couldn't be in the room.
No, I'm just messing.
Yeah, no. That's it, Sonny. How would you?
I think the first part of your question was good. Like, are you happy with your play? It's open-ended.
Would he say I'm just struggling or shots not falling? I want to say what the people are saying. Andrew, they're saying they think something's going on off the court. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I'll just
everything
do a
good at home, Andrew?
I'm sorry?
Is everything good at home with the family? Because we know last year you were out tending to your dad.
Who are you?
Gerald Johnson with 95.7 The Game. James Logan High School.
You get off asking a question like that.
It's
completely out of line, dude. I don't even know who you are. You certainly never come into these press conferences. You're going to be asking me about my wife? Who is this guy, Raymond?
Well, I was asking about your pops, Andrew. I love my dad.
Well, you know damn well he was fine last year, and that's a ruse.
Oh, boy. Dude, you scared me like I get my license revoked. Steiny, who's going to ask it? Hopefully you have a good weekend. Minnesota coming here Sunday. Dude, they got some trees here tomorrow. They kicked your ass last Sunday. The trees are here tomorrow night.
I would say...
Honestly, man.
I would say... That's a good one from the YouTube chat. I'd start out by saying, Andrew, you're somebody who's making $25 million a year.
Already negative. See, I don't like that. Go ahead.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I think I would say, I think I would just start out by saying,
let him know people are not happy.
It's not my job to mollify him, though, either.
You can soften him up. Just, hey, Wiggins, you instrumental piece of a championship team.
I mean, it could be simple as, Andrew doesn't look like you're as engaged as you have been in years past.
That's a great one.
Is that fair?
Anything to do with some things that have happened where guys no longer here?